Yeah, I used to fly that route a couple times a week, both day and night. So they're called the DC Helo routes. They're set up with specific routes, altitudes, reporting points, and it's the reason is to separate the Helo traffic from the commercial air traffic. For aircraft to land on 3-3 it's not unusual, but it wasn't the norm. And I had that exact same incident several years ago where I was flying south down the route at night, and there was a commercial jet landing on 3-3, and I could not see him. I lost him in the city lights there in Anacostia around DIA. You can't see him. The landing lights are not pointed directly at you because he's pointed at the runway, and you're coming from one side or the other. And so I-295 is right over there. So moving lights, they get mixed up with ground lights, with cars. Yeah, you just can't see them even with goggles on. Goggles actually make it worse down there. It's so bright. So a lot of times we would flip our goggles up going through that area. So one of the things when I was flying there is you'll have the aircraft stacked up, every couple miles. And so you might have picked the second aircraft versus the one that's right in front of you.
Hmm.
And you call that, I see the aircraft, but it was the wrong one.
The one thing investigators are going to be looking at is the late call out to see and avoid the airliner. The late call out to the helicopter, do you see the airliner? Because when you merge targets like this, you will get a collision warning on your radar. But because the helicopter is assuming responsibility for visual clearance of the airliner, that relieves the air traffic controller of his responsibility to maintain that clearance. So then it all falls on behalf of the helicopter pilot to avoid the airliner. We're going to have to look at these routes. Are these routes really the right way to operate out of this area? Do we need to change these routes? Do we need to change the procedures in and out of this area? And I suspect it's going to change pretty quick because this is just cutting it awfully close, awfully close.